Welcome to East Coast Averages, the podcast that brings you stories from everyday people from all around the world. Recorded on the east coast of Australia, I'm your host Nick, and each week we'll sit down with average people who have unique stories to tell. Let's peek over the back fence and see what's happening in other people's lives. I never know what I'm going to discover until I sit down and start chatting to them. East Coast Averages, Rhys, you're back, part two.
I'm back.
We've come over from New Zealand. You had a good time at school. You were good at fisticuffs. Probably drank too much. Smoked a fair bit of weed.
Yeah, you could probably say that.
Yeah. Moved over to Australia and then got into fucking whitewater rafting, guiding and shit.
Yeah.
Got married and now you're sitting out at Trangie waiting for your firstborn to come along.
Mm.
And is that when you decided to stop rafting?
Well, we decided after Sharon became pregnant, I guess, because it's not conducive to be running around the country and have a family. So we had to grow up. So we decided to go back to Trangie and make our start there.
How old were you then?
I would have been, 91, so I would have been 30.
30 years old.
Yeah.
I was just joining the Navy. I've been in the Navy for a year.
Mm.
So I was 21. Yeah, you're 10 years. You're 11 years older than me, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're 30. First child comes along.
Yep.
Can we say your kids' names on the podcast?
Yeah, why not? Brooke. Yeah.
Yeah, Brooke comes along.
Yep.
And living in Trangie, in that house at Trangie.
No, we
paid
were on
$1,500 for it.
$1,500.
Not much more.
We lived on a property, so I was working. Well, I was working in the restaurant for the first 12 months that we were living out there, and I was travelling from where we were. So it was 30 k's out of Trangie.
Yep.
And then into Dubbo, so it was 100 k's.
Yeah, so you're fucking living butt fuck nowhere.
Yeah. Well, you know where Lynn lives. So.
No, I've never been to Lynn's place.
Oh, haven't you?
No. So you were living out near there?
Yeah. Next door property.
Oh,
so,
righto.
So when
you say next door, is it like fucking 5 k's down the road?
Yeah, it's 5 k's down the road. Yeah. So the driveway. Well, we'd leave our house and would be on the property for about 4 to 5 k's, and then would be a k on the road to get into Lynn's place.
Back into Lynn's place. Yeah. Did Lynn get you that rental and the work? Like, was that through?
No, we took the rental.
What was that?
And I was working
$1.50 a week.
It was not much. It was not much. So, and we enjoyed living out there too. And I don't know why the cottage was free, but
because that's normally other farm hands. Living in that.
Yeah. So, and after 12 months, I just got sick of the travelling.
Yep.
So, but fortunately, in that time frame, the property owner turned 70, I think it was. 60, I think it was 70. And no, he must have been 60. He turned 60 and he wanted to do a birthday party.
Yep.
So he hired me to do
the cater for.
To cater. So which we just did a pig on a spit.
Yeah. Then didn't you and Sherry run a kitchen somewhere in a pub or something?
Well, we did, but that was whilst we were getting out of the rafting.
Oh, okay. So that was before you went to Trangie. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So that was still in Coffs Harbour. It was at Karamba, which is just inland from Coffs Harbour.
So Bub comes along, no problems. Brooke born. She was a good baby, kept you up all night.
Yeah, those good. Normal baby things.
Yeah.
So,
so you started working on the farm. You catered for that fella. Is that how you come to work?
Well, yeah. And then, as I said, I'm getting sick of doing this every day, running into Dubbo and back. And he said, "Well, there's a job here if you want one."
Yep.
So that sounds like a plan.
So farm hand.
Yep, straight in the farm hand. Tractor driving, cotton farm, irrigating. And just stayed there for probably another 12 months before we moved on to a different farm. So I was enjoying the farm work, but on a bigger property, a job became available out there, and we decided to move out there.
Doing the same
thing, but I was doing more working in the shed, doing welding and construction, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So which I really enjoyed.
So you learnt taught yourself that, or did you?
Yeah, self-taught there. Well, he was a welder by trade, the fellow that I went to work for. He was a welder by trade, and he was the farm manager, and they'd only just developed this property into the property as butter. I think you went out there a couple of times. And it was primarily a orchard at that stage and grazing, but they turned it into a major cropping. Cotton and wheat and other crops as well.
Still there now doing the same thing.
But I was going through that transition period. So, and he was doing a lot of the construction of the water pumps and because they put in big dams so they could irrigate. So we were building the pumps and the pipes. And
what sort of money were you earning then?
Wasn't great money, but you got your house, a lot of your food, your electricity. So, but probably, I don't know.
When you say your food, that would just be like you'd kill a lamb or something.
Yes,
They'd kill a sheep and butcher it, and everyone would take their little bit. And
basically, and your electricity, you got all your electricity as well.
Yeah.
So it was okay. So enough to get by. So, but we had bought a house in Trangie.
Yeah.
But we rented that while we went out to Butter.
Yeah. What town was Butter in?
Narromine, outside of between Narromine and Trangie.
Yeah. So you stayed there, and then you moved back into Trangie.
Then we moved back into Trangie, and that's when I started working for the Secret Society.
The Secret Society that we don't talk about.
Correct.
Kai was born then.
Kai was we had 3 under 3.
So Kai and Jared came along
rapidly.
Then you joined the Secret Society that we don't talk about.
Yes.
That when I get 1 million listeners. Actually, I'm going to get 2 million fucking subscribers. Okay. I'm going to charge them 50 cents each to hear what I do for a living. So fucking press like and subscribe, people. It's going to cost you 50 cents. And I'm going to make $1 million and retire.
Absolutely. You do that. Go.
Or you could just send me some money now if you got money. I don't give a fuck. Just send me a fucking check or electronic transfer. I don't think anyone's going to.
I think so.
I think I was talking to another girl on another podcast. I said, just fucking start a GoFundMe page asking pay me mortgage off because I'm lazy.
Oh, right.
And I thought, I'd fucking give you $50. If I was looking for a GoFundMe and someone was on there and said, I'm fucking lazy, I don't want to work anymore, just give me $20 so I can pay me mortgage off. I'd probably fucking give them $20.
Yeah, you probably would. Yep.
I reckon they might make some money.
Yep.
I don't know
if it'd be a lot of money, but some people would.
Well, you never know. If it goes fucking viral.
Well, that's true.
On TikTok.
I don't know.
Maybe my show.
A lot of people would go there.
Maybe my fucking East Coast averages go. So what I need is, because some East Coast averages only talk to average people because the views of the rich and famous shit me.
Yeah.
As we've spoken about before, and I'm going to go on. I feel like a rant's coming along. Here we fucking go. I'm fucking sick to death just because you're in a fucking movie and you got paid $20 million to do it that you can give me your fucking opinion on life and I have to fucking listen to it.
But none of them are like that. No, not all of them are like that.
Oh, fucking what?
Oh, come
fucking
on.
most of them are like that.
No, they're not.
They're on the fucking radio. Oh, you got to fucking do this. You got to do. Oh, yes, I fucking do this. Don't even get me fucking started, mate.
You got a very small view of the fucking world.
You fuck do. Them. No, they're fucking out there earning $20 million. Oh, you should really be doing this. Well, fuck, mate. Get in the fucking real world here and start fucking looking at what people think. That's why I'm East Coast Averages. Now, what I need is someone like that to fucking come to my show and say, hey, Nicky J, can I come on East Coast Averages? And I'll say no because you're too fucking famous. Then I advertise the shit out of how I refuse this celebrity to come on my show. Next thing you know, I'm viral, mate.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Oh, okay.
So if anyone out there can organise that for me, that'd be good. But in the meantime, we fucking met at the Secret Society.
We did.
Now, I won't go into like massive detail, but we were both sitting there smoking outside and someone came up and spoke to us and walked off. Yeah, so then we've been mates ever since.
Pretty well.
And then I invited you up to my place for the weekend.
Yeah.
So we could do some study and shit for the secret government society that I work for.
Well, I mean, we walked straight inside after we had our cigarettes before our course started.
Yeah.
And we sat together.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. We just...
I had no manners when I was doing that course, because I'd just come out of the Navy and, like, I was farting the whole fucking time through that course. I would fart and not give a shit. And everyone around me would be moving in their seats. I'm like, because I just fucking come out.
But that's what you do.
But no one, I suppose I still do it now.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
It is.
But I look back and think, fucking hell, who would be sitting next to me? Anyway, so we finished the course and you went back out
I went
and
out to
worked
Dubbo.
at regional, in regional New South Wales, and stayed at Trangie
Yep.
with the 3 kids. And then fucking along comes Joel.
Yeah, along comes Joel 5 years later. Yeah.
Fucking 5 years later.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I know.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, he was born in 98. Yeah, so because we started in 96.
Yeah. Yeah. So Joel comes along, so his family 4, living in Trangie, you're commuting into Dubbo, and fucking he talks me into fucking moving to regional New South Wales.
I did, didn't I?
Because I used to live in a fucking flat with ocean views in Cronulla, and we would go away, and I remember saying to you one time, I said,
Come down.
I said, look, we're fucking not going to be for 2 weeks. I thought these poor country bumpkins that fucking don't know the city. I didn't know all your history of
I know. Yeah,
fucking
Yep.
up and down the coast and that. I thought it'd be nice if Rhys and his family could get out of the butt fuck nowhere and come and live in the city for 2 weeks.
It was great. We did.
Yeah, it was great because Sharon used to fucking organise our fucking crockery.
Well, that's right.
It was unreal. We'd come home, fucking house is spotless.
No matter where we fucking went, that's what she did.
The kitchen was fucking spotless. We'd come home, it was great. Yeah, let's invite them down when we're away. Sherry will clean the house for us and fucking rearrange our kitchen.
Yeah, that's just what she did. So.
And then that was that time when your kids were talking, fucking kids, and she said, oh, yeah, because Sharon was borrowing Kez's shoes and you were borrowing my shirt out of the wardrobe and you hadn't told us, and we were like having dinner. And I think Kyle Piper says, yeah, you know, Mum, those fucking shoes that you wore at fucking Nick and Kez's house. Yeah. And you've like looked at us, and then, and the shirt that you were wearing. Yeah, fucking still in our clothes.
We wore.
Probably walking around with my undies on your head.
Oh, I don't think so, mate.
Things sniffing them or something. So yeah, then we've been on fucking family holidays and
I know.
Fucking done heaps of shit.
We have.
Head, fucking out the Trangie, out to the river.
I know that was a good trip. That one, that houseboat.
On the houseboat. Yeah, I was talking about the river out at Trangie.
Oh yeah.
Where was that?
Oh, that one beyond the property.
Yeah, is that on the butter property that you worked at?
No, that was where Sharon grew up. So her father got a job as a stockman on that property.
Yep.
When she was quite young, so she would have been 8 or 9 or something like that, I suppose.
Did Sherry go to boarding school for high school?
Not boarding school. She went to high school in Dubbo, but she lived with her auntie for a long time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because most kids out that way.
Yes,
go off to boarding school. Yeah, subsidised. So, subsidised by the government because it's so far from high school.
Well, if you can get the subsidy, yes.
Yeah.
So, well, she probably would have, but her aunt lived in Dubbo, so she'd come home weekends.
Yeah,
so most weekends.
Yep. So continue at Trangie for a while. Then you moved to. How was life in Trangie?
It was good. I mean, that's where we bought our first house, and we did not pay a lot.
Was it like 40 grand or something?
No, it was 100 and something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it was cheap, It was like
how much did you sell it for?
We sold it for, we fucking sold it for.
Was it 180 or something?
I think 180 was
185 or something?
Yeah. I think that's about right, yeah.
But fuck, mate, the first place I bought in Sydney was a 3-bedroom townhouse. 2-bedroom townhouse cost me 295 grand brand new. 295 fucking grand, brand new. Fucking ridiculous.
No, this was a big house, garage, the whole lot. So, I think we only paid 110 or 20, something like that.
And was that going to be your forever?
No. It's just the first. We knew we weren't going to stay there, so we bought that. We only lived in it for not that many years because we came back from Butter, we had the house before we went to Butter, came back because that would have only been about 12 months.
You're not supposed to say the fucking secret society.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. You're going
to edit it.
Just
anyway.
have a pause. Hang on, stop. Pause, edit. And we're back from an edit because fucking Spazoid over fucking Rhys mentioned who we fucking worked for. And I don't have fucking a million fucking subscribers yet, all right? If I charge the subscribers now 50 cents, I might fucking get $100 if I'm lucky.
All right. I let that out of the bag, but it's back in the bag again.
It's back in the bag because I edited it out.
Yep. So she put the application in.
Yep.
And
because you were too lazy?
No, I had put one in. I applied twice.
Yep.
And the first one I got through the first part of the application.
So you got it. So we'll fast forward and not talk about that because it might fucking.
Yep.
So you weren't going to go for the second time, but Sharon said, "Don't be a dickhead."
Basically, well, no, she didn't even say that. She just did it.
Yep.
So she saw the ad in I think the local paper, and no, it must have been Dubbo or the Sydney paper.
That was back then when government agencies fucking advertised in the
Yes,
paper and fucking
yeah.
gave a job to anyone,
Yep.
pretty much.
So she saw that and then put it in. And then when we got the response, she said, I did that for her. So,
Yeah.
thanks.
So fast forward, you head down to Sydney, we meet, you come up to my place. I had a place at Mount Victoria.
Yep.
That fucking I bought for what did I pay for that? I think I paid like 90 fucking
Oh, is that
4,000
right?
or something
Oh.
when I came back from
That's a little cottage though. It was only a 2-bedder, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I got that when I came back from Somalia because
Cashed up.
the active service, we were rent free.
Yeah.
And I think we're getting $25 a day bonus for being in a war zone.
Yep.
Which I think their bonuses in Afghanistan were a couple
Oh,
of hundred,
yeah, no.
which is probably fucking equal to what $25 was worth back in 1990.
More than likely, yeah.
In 2000, whatever the 2000s were there, $200 or $300 a day or whatever they were getting was probably a similar.
Yep.
sort of thing.
No. Because I know Dathan, he's done 3 or 4 different tours over there.
Yeah, and you always get a allowance. I'm not sure if you get tax-free money anymore, but we got tax.
Yeah, no, it was tax-free.
You still get tax-free? Is that strange? You go to war, you don't pay tax.
I know. Crazy. Even his stuff over in Papua New Guinea, it was tax-free, I think.
Yeah, so everyone was pretty happy about that, not paying tax. Anyway, so I came back and fucking bought the house up in Mount Victoria where we would go on fucking weekends and fucking study.
Yeah, I know. It was great. So I think it wasn't the first weekend, it was the second weekend you invited me up.
Yeah.
So you're still a little bit sus after that first week.
Yeah.
So
Of course.
there's this motherfucker.
Then you go from Trangie to Gilgandra.
Yeah, well, from Dubbo to Gilgandra.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you moved from Trangie to Gil.
Yep.
And you lived there for
7.
fucking 7 years. You bought that house out of
I
town.
bought that house out of town and did a major reno out there.
Yeah.
Because that was a 4-bedroom house.
Everyone was doing major renos out there because the floods fucking because the fucking council office got flooded and all the fucking plans.
There was no plans.
There was no
I
plans
know,
for
it
anyone's
was
house.
so good.
So everyone would just go, "What do you mean? It was fucking here."
It was there. It was there.
It was there. It's pre-flood, mate.
Yeah, because
I just had to change the fucking piers and that a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Because they were broken pre-flood.
Well, I went in to get permission to do the reno. I said, can you show me the plans? And he went away and he came back and he was next door neighbour, so it was really good. And he came back and said, we don't have any plans. I said, what do you mean you don't have any plans?
Lost them in the flood.
Yeah.
So you went and fucking did what you liked to that
So,
house,
great,
didn't you?
mate. So that means I can pretty well do whatever I like.
He said, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Fucking pretty much.
And he was a town planner.
But you weren't on the sewer out there, but were you?
No. So I had septic. So
Yeah. So look, I think the fucking big thing though, like councils like to know how many people in your house, so they know how many toilets you hook up. So they can do all that fucking
basically
shit.
Yeah. But yes, no, it was septic. So
because that was on 10 acres out there.
7.5 acres. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I used to come out there with Max in the back of my Commodore. Do donuts.
Yeah, that's right.
What a bogan. I actually saw that Commodore the other day, just parked up the street. Yeah. I thought, fucking hell, man, there's my old Commodore.
Parked.
So I used to go and do donuts around the back. And your poor dog got fucking hit by a beetle.
Yeah, I know. That's a beautiful dog too. It
What was
only
his
young.
name? What was
Sassy.
Sassy, that's right. It was a
Bull Mastiff.
yeah.
Neapolitan.
Yeah. Fuck, I was there that night. Fuck, went missing. And the other dog, what was the other dog's name that came back?
Oh,
It was all quiet.
What was it?
What's that, Kez? No, you have to say it louder. Dusty.
That's it.
That's it, Dusty. Because I had lucky who I stole off your
I thought you
father.
said Daisy, and Daisy was the pig.
Yeah, but you ate the pig, didn't you?
No, we sent it back to Trangie.
Oh, so
We couldn't
you
eat the
fucking
pig.
ate it. I told everyone you ate it.
No, like it hooked its tooth into Sharon's, her foot, remember?
Oh, that's right.
And she said she got
That's right. She fucking turned her fucking...
that's right.
Yes.
A tooth grew out of her
Yeah,
fucking
her
foot.
fucking tooth. The tooth was in her foot for years and she didn't even know.
No.
But she couldn't eat. That's right, because we were talking about it turning into a pig that time.
Yeah.
Go, fucking eat the fucking pig.
I know. Oh, fuck.
Fucking funny. So how many years after did she get bit by the pig that the tooth
Oh, it's
came
fucking
out?
2 or 3 years. Yeah, easy 2 or 3 years. Because you keep getting this fucking pain in the foot.
Fuck, that's fucking funny, eh?
I know.
I remember that night I was talking about the pig. Remember when I was saying Sharon was turned into a pig and we were eating pork for dinner and she got upset because we can't fucking eat her fucking brethren because she turned into a pig.
I know. Oh, fuck, it was funny.
Out comes the fucking tooth. Fucking hell. So I thought you ate the pig. You ate the chickens, didn't you?
Yeah, I ate some of the chickens, yeah.
Yeah, so
But they used to fucking turn up everywhere.
you got a promotion or another job down in Bega where you live now.
Yep.
So, and I tell the story to people, say, he just fucking started eating the animals in his backyard. I've got 14 chooks. We're moving in fucking 3 weeks. Right, just fucking roast chook every night for dinner. Yeah. I told him he ate the pig too, but didn't eat the pig.
We didn't eat the pig. No. That went back to Lynn's.
Did it live a happy life?
Yeah. She eventually got some piglets and
Yep. Did she eat the piglets?
Yes.
Yeah. Did she eat the pig?
No.
The pig lived on.
The pig did live. I think it went to Dwayne's brother in the end. I can't remember. Because he had pigs for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So.
And Dusty ended up going out there too when you moved?
Yes. Yeah.
But it got shot or something because it was eating fucking
yes,
sheep?
it started pulling down sheep. That's right.
Yeah, and that's a fucking no-no.
No, can't do that. Yeah. And that was funny because we used to have the occasional sheep at home when we used to get killers. So we'd get a couple of killers. No, never pulled one down.
Yeah.
And we never locked it up.
So they caught the Dusty killing a sheep?
Well, I think there was a couple of the dogs. I think Dwayne got rid of 3 or 4 that day.
That were starting to pack hunt fucking sheep and that.
Yeah, so once they get a taste, that's it.
Yeah, it's funny. I get why some people would say, oh, that's fucked, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. I understand that, but the harsh reality is you're on a farm and you've got 3 or 4 dogs that have gone rogue. Yeah, they're starting to pack hunt your fucking sheep.
And that's it, yeah.
And if it's not the fucking sheep, it's the toddler next or the fucking
that's right,
the 8-year-old waiting at the bus stop.
They're not there to kill the sheep. They're just playing with them, basically. So they'll go out and kill half a dozen a night.
Yeah, and they're not eating them.
No, they're just playing with them, basically.
So you sort of got to go out and shoot them, don't you?
Yeah.
And look, I'd imagine, having met Dwayne, he doesn't strike me the sort of bloke that would have enjoyed doing that.
No. And he'd have
everyone that I've met through you with farmers has been different to what the stereotypical.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I remember going camping by the river that Easter, and everyone was on the piss, and I actually remember saying to kids, "I wonder if there'll be any guns there or something." And I said to Dwayne, I said, "Oh, you haven't got a gun?" He said, "Fuck, why would we bring guns? We're getting on the piss, mate." And I thought, you know, it was the opposite to what I would have expected. Farmers to bring guns but it was quite we're here for the weekend, social drinking, so we don't bring guns when people are getting on the piss because it's not fucking safe.
They only really handle the guns when they need to, you know. So if they're going to go out and get food to feed their dogs, or
and that's the thing I found surprising about when I moved to Canamble, like the guns and stuff. They weren't as fucking redneck hillbillies as what people make them out to be.
Not like America, where everyone's just carrying a gun.
Yeah.
So it's not like that at all. So
you talk, Kez and I, to go from fucking in the city and we fucking trundle off to fucking Canamble, for fuck's sake.
I know, and that was a fucking back of nowhere, wasn't it?
Fucking, and anyway, and talking about farmers, there was a bloke there who says, "Oh, you want a fucking half a sheep?" So I'll buy half a sheep thinking, and I was expecting, I think I've told this in another podcast, so if you've heard it before, fucking fast forward. Or find one of the other 85 fucking million other podcast listeners of that. And so I bought this sheep and I was expecting it to come up in trays with fucking glad wrap. It fucking came in a garbage bag.
That's it.
I'm pulling bits of fucking meat out thinking, what the fuck is this?
No, well, see, Kaya just got a half a beast the other day, so half cattle. So
did it come fucking?
It was bagged and labelled.
Yeah,
but
this wasn't even fucking labelled, mate. No. This was in a fucking Glad garbage bag. Wasn't even food safe fucking plastic.
No, there's no stamp on it. So.
Fucking hell. Cost me like $50, I think.
Well, that's it though, isn't it? So
I don't even know which part of the fucking thing I was eating. I think most of the fucking got fed to the dog, which I stole from your father-in-law, Lucky. Remember you had Lucky?
That's right. Yeah. He was a good dog too.
Yeah, Lucky was a good dog.
He was a good dog.
Yeah, it was a bit sad when he died.
I know.
Yeah. He would have made a really good working dog.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
I think he was a bit smarter than his brother Dusty.
I think so. Yeah, Dusty was fucking
Dusty was fucking stupid. Oh, we're going back to Stuzzy. Sassy got fucking hit by the B double.
Yes, the B double.
We went out there and fucking saw her on the side of the highway.
I know, it was devastating.
Yeah, you were pretty sad.
That was a beautiful dog.
We dragged her back into the bush and
yes.
I remember saying to you, did we fucking cut the tag out in case the fucking B double comes back and says I want 3 new tyres. But obviously you got hit by a B double and fucking
Well, how many trucks went through there a day?
Yeah, it was like massive. Yeah. A good town.
Well,
look, I quite like
we were terrified when the fucking horse got out of that same gate.
Oh yeah, because you had that horse, eh?
Yeah. So Kaya left the gate open one day and I fucking bolted straight for the highway.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sharon's running down the road fucking bare feet.
What were those fucking big spiky things?
Yeah, the prickly pear.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know. It was a fucking shocker.
Yeah, what were those other fucking cat's heads?
Oh, yes, cat heads. Don't they hurt?
Cat heads, fucking hell. I don't know why there's so many other shit out there.
Red.
So we moved to Campbell and we would drive 110 Ks down to your place for fucking dinner. And the horse would your father-in-law, fucking Ronnie, would have breakfast. He only ate 1 meal a day and that was breakfast.
Yep.
And the fucking horse would sit at your fucking back door with its fucking head against the screen door looking at Ronnie. And all the time I knew Ron, never fucking knew a fucking word he said. So,
I know.
good morning, Ron. How's it going, Ron? I'll be sitting there thinking,
He got clearer the more he drank.
What the fuck is he saying?
So the more he had to drink, the clearer it became. So.
Fucking Sharon go, hey, Dad, how you going? Fucking sitting fuck.
I know. Fucking hell.
Fucking crazy. So you moved to Bega. And life was pretty cruising. Everything was cruising along. Fucking you're working. Fuck, kids are growing up.
Yes, no, happy days. Everything.
Had the fucking house. Sad story about the house, which we won't go into just in case people who are related to what happened at the house listen to the podcast. We don't know the facts.
That's correct.
Of everything that happened there. But, so you moved in that house and you were there did a good reno on it.
Yeah. We were there for a number of years.
Put a fucking pool in. I remember putting the pool in the backyard.
Couple of bedrooms, another lounge.
We won't say we're on the
ensuite.
clock. We won't fucking talk about being on the clock.
No.
Pool in.
Well, that was a good thing. People used to come out with...
For the secret society, we might have been on the clock when we fucking installed your above ground pool. Other people that worked for the secret society.
Yes, and they were tradesmen of one description or another.
Yeah.
So one was a carpenter, one was an electrician.
There you go.
Plumber.
It
was fucking great.
We don't work for the secret society anymore.
I do not.
Say what you fucking like.
No, so don't really care anymore.
So you've moved. So you've gone from training. Your life's going cruise. Kids are growing up. Yeah. Fucking everything's cruisy. I quite like it. We stayed in Campbell for a year. I remember when we first got there, local said, "I reckon you're good for about a year." And look, Kez and I, we were going out there with fucking.
No, you had your eyes open.
Yeah, so. we weren't going out there like pissed off that we'll stay.
No, you chose to go there.
Yeah, and I'm glad I did. It's not living out in outback New South Wales in a town of 5,000 people is not for me.
Yep.
But I'm glad I did. I can see why people like it, and I can see why people enjoy that life.
Different towns have a different feel.
And Campbell had a good
one. Yeah.
And you know the amount of people I speak to now that even know someone that lived in Campbell or spent time in Campbell is actually quite.
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was a nice little town.
Yeah.
So Campbell. I went to Gilgandra for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not long. It was only about 6 months, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's about.
Was it 6 or 12?
No, it was about 12 months.
Yeah.
I was at Gil.
Yep.
That was a pretty good
Which was
town.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Gilgandra was a nice town too.
Yeah, no, it was. They were good people there. We missed the camaraderie. When we left Gil, we missed that camaraderie of the town, you know. It wasn't a town where a lot of rural towns is us and them, like the town in town and out of town.
Yeah.
And mostly because the cockies are the richer of the two.
Yeah.
So there's a us and them culture, which you just didn't see in Gil, you know.
Look, the only thing I'll say about that sort of culture in the country is I grew up in the city.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was a copper, but he worked 3 jobs with 4 kids, and my grandmother lived there. We weren't poor, but we weren't fucking rich by any means.
Yep.
Dad worked 3 jobs, and it sort of pissed me off sometimes when I'd be doing something with the secret society, and I'd be speaking to a local person, and they'd be talking about how their kids didn't get this or they didn't get that because they grew up on the farm. I thought, fuck, man, I grew up in the city. I didn't get the fucking Mongoose BMX bike. I didn't get the fucking Reebok shoes.
That's right.
You know, I was buying my fucking clothes came from Lowe's and Kmart, and I was wearing Dunlop KT26s.
Absolutely.
We weren't any different to the country kids.
Yeah.
But there was this, they thought they were fucking, I just got the impression that they thought they'd had it harder because
hard done by
in the country. And I thought, well, their fucking childhood sounds like mine in the city.
Yeah.
Like it's not, you know what I mean?
That's right.
That's one thing I did find that used to shit me sometimes in having come from the city to the country. There was this little bit of an attitude that our life's fucking harder than yours because we live in the country. And I don't think that's the case. And I still don't think that's the case.
No, I don't think so either.
There's different levels of fucking
I
hardship.
mean, I didn't
depending on
grow
where
up
you
in the
live.
city, but I didn't grow up in the country either. You know, I sort of grew up in it was like a suburb of a city, basically.
yeah.
So it's probably like the mountains and Sydney, you know.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. But anyway, so Gilgander, lovely town. Really enjoyed living there. And I only left there because went for a
Well, you're
different...
searching for the coast. So
Yeah, and I had this big fucking dream of living on the coast like most Australians do.
Absolutely. Well, that's why we went to Bega. So
Yeah, and look, I put in for a job with the Secret Society and another government agency, and it's one of those times where you weren't fussed if you got the job or not. Like, because I was quite happy living in Gilgandra and fucking got the job. So that fucking not giving a shit must have come across in the interviewing process and made you more relaxed, I suppose, because I certainly wasn't fussed whether I got that move or not.
Yes.
So we moved and you stayed there for a while and then you went down to Bega.
Yeah.
And we would fucking trundle down to Bega to visit and you would trundle up to the fucking north coast.
Yeah.
And then got you into fishing.
You did.
And you were fucking bait fishing, and it was like, nah, mate, we're going to go fucking lure fishing.
Mate. Yeah.
And that was it. Fucking, you became a little bit obsessed. With
know,
fucking lure.
I
There's
did.
been a few sessions over the years.
Well,
We've been obsessed with golf. And there's been other obsessions of fucking doing different things.
Well, when I take on something, I like to give it a good shot. You know, like
that's like me too. You just go, it's go fucking big.
or just go hard or don't go at all.
Yeah,
really, you know.
Yeah,
you can't go half-ass. So.
No. So golf, you don't play golf anymore, do you?
No. That was mainly because of my heart, though. So I couldn't walk around the golf course anymore, really. So
you moved to Bega. And we go away to
Malakuta.
Kuta, the fucking shittest trip on the fucking planet.
It ended up being that way, didn't it?
And Rhys, he gets fucking sick, and he's spiking temperatures at like 42 fucking degrees.
Yep.
It's pissing down fucking rain.
Pissing down rain, wasn't it?
Yeah, like it wasn't just raining; it was
just
fucking falling out. It was like someone was pouring the shit out of a bucket.
Well, we left the boat in the water, and we had to go out the next day to fucking empty the boat.
Yeah, the Venturia out the fucking back of it. Yeah. And you're fucking dying of influenza.
Oh, I know, fucking rigors and fucking it was fucking shit.
Yeah, you were fucking. You were like having a near-death experience.
I know. But still.
Look, you know what? And unfortunately, so fast forward, that virus went to your fucking heart.
Yes,
And you didn't know at the time that it attacked your fucking heart. And I don't think...
See, that was 2007.
Yeah, and I don't think if you went to the hospital, it would have been any different, to be honest. Because you weren't...
I was unwell, but I wasn't crook, you know. I mean,
no, you just were fucking spiking these massive fucking temperatures.
Yep, couldn't get it down.
You didn't have a chest infection. You weren't short of breath. You weren't really even. You just fucking were hot. And unfortunately, the virus went to your fucking heart. But how long after that did you find out that it had gone to you?
3 years. So it was 2010. I got diagnosed with cardiomyopathy.
Cardiomyopathy, Yep. So over that time, after that illness, did you notice some changes in your health?
In hindsight, yes. At the time, no. You know, because it was. I went to after we got back from Malakuta.
Yep.
You stayed in Gill for one more day or one more night, and we went out fishing the next day in the Bega River. And we actually had a pretty good morning.
Because you already
because we caught.
And your temperature had gone away that morning.
But remember, I got ambulance. I got called emergency.
Yeah, an ambulance came down and gave you some fluids. For dehydration.
Yes, yeah. So it perked me up. I started to feel better.
Yeah.
And so the next day we went out on the river and fished because you left about lunchtime that day, I think.
Yeah.
So we just went out for a fish in the morning and we had a great session. We caught shitloads of fish.
Yeah, a heap of flatheads around that island.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It was just on the tide change.
And you're dying of the filthy flu, and I said, I'm not fucking shaking your hand or hugging you when I leave. I'm going to fucking catch your flu because I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah. But that evening I went to hospital.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and they just put it down to a virus.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and then the temperature went away and you fucking went about your business.
Yep.
And then did you notice your health starting to...
Yeah. A little bit of shortness. Not all the time, though. Just on different occasions where on exertion I was starting to get short of breath.
Yep.
And then erratic arrhythmias. So,
that's right. You did a course with the Secret Society that was quite stressful, and you're getting some fucking. So anyway, we're back. I edited it out. If it sounds fucking shit, it's because I'm not mentioning the Secret Society that we work for.
No,
that he keeps mentioning.
I
went for a different role in the government fucking agency.
That's what I did.
And it was a stressful fucking time for you.
It was. It's the first time that I ever had any stress during any course that I'd ever done.
Yeah.
So,
but how much of that was from your underlying
that's right.
undiagnosed cardiac condition? So then you started to feel a bit short of breath.
Yes.
You just put it down to the fucking 30 Peter Stuyvesants you smoked.
Well, that's it.
Day.
And I was getting older, so I was no young.
Yeah.
But I wasn't that fucking old either. So, but I noticed going up flights of stairs, I'm thinking, what's going on? You know.
Yep.
And then I just had an episode where it was particularly bad, and
you thought you had lung cancer from smokes?
Well, I didn't know what it was. I thought there's something going on.
Yeah.
And the cigarettes was the main cause that I would have thought. So
yeah, because you'd been smoking
since I was 10.
9 and what, 20 a day?
Yeah, 20 a day.
Yeah, look, I was the same when I smoked. You'd buy a pack of smokes on your way to work in the morning, and then you'd buy a pack on the way home, and you'd smoke it overnight, then you'd buy a pack on the way to work and smoke it during the day, and it was just fucking endless.
That's it.
Cycle.
Yeah. And if you're into a social event, you'd probably smoke a little more.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 20 a day. We were average 20 a day for a long time.
Yeah.
So
so that you had an episode of really short of breath, and that made you go to the doctor?
No, then, yes. I also went to an arrhythmia as well.
Okay, so you went to the doctor?
I went to hospital.
Yep.
So, and they monitored me straight away, and they said, no, because remember I had that clot. I got a blood clot in my arm.
Yeah, that was after you'd been diagnosed.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that was because remember, we'll get to the stroke business because your memory's fucking. Your timeline's going to be.
That was a different stroke. Remember?
Yeah, I know it was a different stroke, but the blood clot in your arm, I think that was post-stroke.
No, it was
pre-stroke.
Yeah,
because that happened in Canberra Hospital, but that was a fair while after you got diagnosed.
It was.
Yeah. So when was the first diagnosis of your cardiomyopathy?
2010. So the other one would have been 2012. Yep. 2011, 2012.
Yep. So you sat down do you remember the doctor telling you got fucking cardiomyopathy?
Yes. Yeah.
And what was that like?
Well, initially they thought it was they thought it was cigarette related. It was that can cause the clotting.
Oh, Burgess disease.
Yes, Burgess disease.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I thought it was.
Yep.
But I thought you'd been diagnosed with the heart thing.
No.
Before. Okay.
No.
Right. So
yes.
So because I remember you talking to me about what had happened in your arm, and I thought, that fucking sounds like Burgess disease, where you become basically allergic to fucking cigarettes, and your veins cause clots.
Yes,
because you're allergic.
Capillaries, you
become allergic. To
disintegrate. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's fucked up. So you walked out of the Canberra hospital, and you were told, give up smoking or you're dead.
Yes. Well, they didn't say that. Well, they put me into the first ward. They put me into was the where diabetics, everyone was there without arms or legs.
With vascular.
Yes, vascular.
Yep.
So I'm looking around the ward and there's fucking 8 people in this ward, including myself, and they're all missing fucking body parts. I'm going, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
And then they told me, it's, we think this is what it is.
Yep.
And then, because I had the sensation where it was like a clot.
Yeah. So the cardiac myopathy hadn't been diagnosed yet?
I'm just trying to remember.
I think it had been, but it was the very early stages of it.
And I think you're right. And then this happened post that.
Your arm got sore.
Yes.
Fucking, clot.
Yeah, and cold.
Yeah.
And I couldn't feel it.
Yeah, I remember you telling, so you head up to the fucking hospital.
Sam was on duty.
So you went up to sent to Canberra. Mm-hmm. And
they put me in the vascular ward.
Burgess disease, blah, blah. So then
was because it started to resolve.
Yep.
I'm going, but then I was still in arrhythmias, had these massive arrhythmias.
Yeah, and that's when you gave up smoking too, I think.
Yep.
You walked out of the hospital.
Well, it was that vascular ward that made me think, fuck, I don't want to end up like this.
Yeah, and we go back to episode 1 when you said when you make a decision to say this is not for me, fucking done.
Yep.
So you've walked out of that hospital and fucking 40 years of smoking, put it in the bin.
And had tried to give up that many times prior to that time. Yep. And I just walked out of the hospital that day and never had another cigarette.
Because I remember I'd given up a few times over the years, and I would come to your place in those times when I'd given up. And Sharon would always say, you're such a fucking asshole, Nick, when you go. But the last time I gave up, it was different. It was a different headspace, and I wasn't an asshole.
Yeah.
It was just different.
Yep.
All those times I was always thinking, fuck.
Yeah.
I was cranky, fucking me. But the time I actually gave up, It was like something clicked.
No, and that's what it was with me. That's like, I was never going to do it again. That's all there was to it.
So you went and had more tests on your heart after that?
Yep.
And come back fucked?
Yeah, because the ejection fraction was coming down.
Yeah.
So...
do you remember sitting in a doctor's surgery getting told this? Were they giving you bad news? Like, were they saying, look, your heart...
Oh, they just said what it is. Your cardiomyopathy, ejection fraction is down. But to be fair, my cardiologist, he said, there's a chance that the body can heal itself, remodel, and everything will be good. And I went along for probably 8 years, really.
Yep.
Where it just didn't really change much.
Yeah, and it was minimal medications.
Yeah. And then it was probably 6 years, really. And then another 2 years where I started to battle. And it just started to deteriorate. And the ejection fraction was getting worse and medications weren't working anymore. And my specialist at Bega suggested some other medication. Then that would work again.
So,
So it was just like you were grasping at straws,
And it did. I remember you said to one point, it got to the point where you said, "This is it, mate. Cannot fucking put you on any more medication."
Nothing else I can do.
And that's when you started going into the process for a heart transplant.
Well, that's when it was suggested. He said, "Well, you look like you're a good candidate for a transplant, and I need to investigate that." So he made the first representation to St. Vincent's. And again, that probably took 12 to 18 months to jump through all these different hoops.
But we're getting ahead of us. So we want to go back to when your fucking lovely wife, Shari, calls me up one morning here and says, fuck, he's had a fucking stroke, Nick.
Yes.
And now, fucking, if my phone rang and it was Sharon's number, it'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
What's happened now?
What the fuck's he doing? What's happening now?
I know. Well, I did. Those 6 to 8 years, there was a number of presentations to hospital. But each one was for something serious. That fucking stroke. We went away to see her father was dying.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Ron was dying and he was in the last stages of his life. So we thought, shit, we better get out to Trangie.
Yeah, and you're out Trangie and Sharon wakes up and you're fucking gurgling.
Yeah, well, we got to Trangie first and he was in the long stay Trangie hospital. And we went and saw him first. And I was okay at that stage. I was talking to him, yada, yada, yada. And I actually remember having a conversation with Ron saying, Ron, this may be the time that there's no need to fight anymore, You've come as far as you can. And then and Sharon was saying goodbye, basically, because he was on his last legs. And then we went back to her sister's house. And that evening, as we were in bed, I had a stroke. So
tell us about that. You remember that?
Absolutely.
Tell us about, because I remember you said to me you were inside but you couldn't get out.
Yes.
So tell me how that was. You go to bed.
Yep. And
what's the first memory you have of you actively
Sharon
having a stroke?
trying to wake me up. So
you recall her shaking you saying?
Yeah. I can remember her trying to wake me and she's talking to me, but I'm obviously not communicating back. Because I was, obviously I was asleep and I've had some sort of episode and I was agitated and she couldn't understand why I was agitated. So she tried to wake me.
Do you remember what you were thinking inside your head during this?
During her
when she's trying to wake you?
Initially, no. And so initially, no. I know she's there and she's talking to me and she's concerned. So
were you thinking inside? Was she concerned?
Not at that stage. I was in confusion myself. I guess So it was probably I don't know what the time frame is, but say 10 minutes, something like that. Because as time went on, my level of consciousness seemed to clear, but I wasn't able to communicate.
Yeah.
So and I was like in fucking Disneyland for a little while. So she managed to sit me up on the side of the bed, and my first conscious thought is, "Where's my fucking hand?"
Yeah,
I couldn't find my hand, and I wanted to, scratch my whatever, or I wanted to do something with this hand.
You're like floundering, your fucking arms floundering
around.
Well,
no, it was down by my side,
and you couldn't get it up.
I couldn't move it. I couldn't move it at all.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm just thinking, what the fuck's going on? I'm picking it up and it's fucking dropping, picking it up again, and so, but it wasn't clicking. What's going on?
Yeah.
So, and then she's in my head, and she's talking to me, and she's got Lynn and Dwayne to come in as well, and I'm still sitting on the side of the bed, and they've obviously rung for an ambulance, and so sitting there waiting for the ambulance. I knew the people who turned up because living out there.
Yeah. Did you know that you were having a stroke at that time? At what point did you sort of come aware inside where you couldn't move your arm and thought, fuck, I'm having a fucking stroke?
Well, I was halfway towards hospital.
Laying in the back of the ambulance.
Then that's when it came together. Because I'm still in this, it was just a state of, yes, I'm awake, but I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
I couldn't, just a non-communication. That was a really difficult part. And they wanted to put cannulas in.
Were you thinking, fuck, I'm in trouble here?
No.
There was no,
there was none of that sort of panic was there.
Yeah.
That only came right at the very end of the first day in hospital. That really slammed home then. So, but
yeah, because I get a phone call here saying you're fucking in hospital after a stroke. You're not talking, fucking us going. So I said, oh fuck, I'll be out there and I'm on my way. So I'll take me fucking caravan out there.
Yes.
Got out there, it's like fucking 50 million fucking degrees. I'm thinking, who's the fuckwit that didn't pay for the air conditioner in the caravan? Oh, no, we won't need an air conditioner.
No.
Nah, Kez, we won't need it. We'll be fucking right. Let's not get the air conditioning. What a fucking idiot. It was like a fucking million degrees. You're fucking stroked out. Everyone's fucking out there because of Bonnie being sick.
Yeah.
We fucking show at hospital and here you are sitting up in bed. Not a fucking thing wrong with you. You just fucking wait. Do you recall that where you just went?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I do. I know once I got to hospital, people were coming and going because I knew a lot of people had worked there for a long time.
Yeah.
So I knew a lot of people that were coming and going, a lot of familiar faces.
And when you said it hit home for the stroke and you couldn't communicate, and were you thinking, what was your mindset inside? Oh, fuck, I'm in trouble here.
Well, yes and no, it wasn't really trouble. I thought, okay, I know what's going on, but my head's still together.
Yep.
So I'm not completely gone. I'm not burnt.
Yep.
So that sort of started to go away towards the end of the day. So, but at that stage,
not being negative.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't think at the end of it, it just became overbearing. I guess there was just too much stimulation.
Yep.
And then. And I got really afraid, fear. It was the first time I've ever really felt fear in my life. So, and just one person put their face close to me and I was just in fear. I don't know. I just lost it.
Of that person or?
No, just of what was going on. So the person himself, no, I wasn't fearful of the person. I was fearful of what was going on, I guess. So I still couldn't communicate. And it was just, it come to a head. So, do
you remember Sharon being there?
Oh, yeah. No, and I remember everyone who was there.
Yeah.
And that's why I was still...
I hope I got fucking credit for heading out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. So
I've been there for all the major fucking illnesses.
I know.
All the major fucking collapses.
I know.
And the near-death experience.
I know. Well, I was only thinking that the other day. I'm thinking, well, when something happened to you guys, I've got to be there.
Fucking touch fucking wood.
I know.
I just had fucking a whole stack of blood tests all come back normal. Yep. You know how many people fucking get normal results then fucking drop dead 2 days later?
Everyone.
Fucking quite a fucking few, let me tell you.
It's true, isn't it?
Not that I know anything about that secret society that we fucking belong to. But anyway, fucking... So you got over the stroke. So I fucking go rushing out Dubbo, stinking fucking hot. Max comes out with me. We're fucking laying there. I remember at night laying there in my undies with a fan on us both. He's on the single bed at the front.
Yeah.
Fucking, he's like fucking 8 years old or something. He's like fucking laying there. We're both in our undies just fucking sweating. And again, I'm thinking,
it was in the middle of February. So
yeah, why didn't we fucking get an air conditioner?
Yeah.
Come on, you dickhead. So you get over the stroke. Fucking off you fucking go back to fucking...
Yeah, I know. It was like, it was 20, I think it was 40 hours that I couldn't speak.
Yeah. Because it went more than 24 hours, it's called a stroke. If you resolve within 24 hours, it's called a trans-ischemic
Well,
attack. That's similar.
I still had
We're not medical experts,
deficits.
but that's about how it fucking works
I still had deficits though, because I had speech difficulties for probably a month.
Yep.
And occasionally still I get lost for a word. I know what I want to say, but the word's no longer there.
Yeah.
So I'd have to stop midway through a conversation and think, oh, fuck, what was the word I was looking for?
Yeah. So, and look, now we'll fast forward back to the I think we've got to be a bit careful talking about the heart transplant. We don't want we won't talk about dates or times for the heart transplant, so no one listening to the podcast could do the dates and put it back and go, oh, fuck, that might have been my loved one who donated the organ, because you got a heart transplant in the end. That's a bit of a spoiler, but we're getting there. So when you say to me that last 18 months we're jumping through the hoops of going through to get a transplant, I don't think you had any idea just how fucking sick you looked. No. And we would go camping, and Kez and I and Sharon, you would put a fucking tent peg in and stand up and you'd be fucking blue.
I know. But I didn't know that.
Even Max would be looking at you and we'd all thinking, is he fucking going to drop, is he about to drop dead?
I know. When you said that to me, when you took that photo.
You fucking looked sick and made that pillow.
Yeah. When you said, no, I didn't think we were going to see you next year.
No, and I remember
what the fuck are you talking about?
I remember talking to the caravan fucking girl. She said, are you booking 2 sites? I said, no. I said, because my mate not fucking, he's waiting for a heart transplant and we don't know what's going to happen. And you're fucking walking around.
Yeah, I'm
like
thinking.
The king, like if you could sell your fucking positivity, you'd be a fucking millionaire. You'd have enough money to fucking sponsor my podcast. You had absolutely
nothing.
And I remember saying to you a couple of times, in that whole time you were sick, it never fucking once entered your head that you're going to die, did it?
No.
And my son Max says, I think the sheer fucking determination of you could call it fucking just dumb fucking positivity, like just fucking positivity is the only reason why, because I don't think I would have survived that long with the same cardiac condition you had.
Well,
I might have fucking given up, to be quite honest with you. And like I said, that last holiday where we were camping together, you were, and we sort of changed what we did a lot together. Like we would make sure we drove somewhere. And,
yes.
And if Kez and I said, we're going to be doing this,
I didn't do a lot of walking.
Rhys is coming up, so we would make sure we parked close to the thing. You would wait in the car while we went shopping because you just couldn't fucking walk.
Yeah, but that didn't mean I wasn't dying as far as I was concerned.
As far as you're concerned, you were. Everyone else thought you were dead.
Yeah, I know.
And then you fucking had that stomach bleed.
Well, that only came to light after
the
transplant.
I remember Sam saying that last time you went to hospital after you had that fucking butt bleed.
Oh, yeah.
And you fucking lost all your fucking blood out your asshole.
Yeah.
And stunk the fucking joint out. Another fucking call comes in. Yeah, he's in hospital again. Fucking shit and blood. He's collapsed.
I know.
Or you're going for the time you go for a endoscopy.
Yeah.
Who the fuck sends someone home with the cardiac problem to go through the fucking the washout?
Yep.
But because you're so fucking positive, people don't think you're sick.
No, and that's the thing. I didn't project
your
like
heart
I was.
was fucking was just decaying and was gone. And I remember Sam saying before you had your heart transplant, I was talking to Sharon, and I might have been I was talking to someone. They said he did an ultrasound on your heart.
Yes.
And he said it looks fucked.
Yeah.
He said he's got fuck all time left. There's like it was like the shittiest looking heart he's seen.
Yeah. I know.
But here's fucking Rhys walking around. Oh yeah, fucking nice. Yeah, we're coming up. Yeah, I might fucking go on a cruise with you. Yeah, no worries. Heading to New Zealand next week. Fucking she'll be right.
I know, but that's what I was though.
You just had nothing in your fucking head. No. How did you keep that?
It was just a mindset. I don't know. I didn't even think about it. It was just that's what I am. That's what I do.
This is me. This is my lot.
Yeah.
I'm putting my.
You live every minute of it until you can't live it anymore. So,
was there any time where you felt this is it?
Once. It was only once through that whole time, and I thought, "Fuck, I can't keep doing this." And it was because I was in hospital again, and it was when they said, "No, this is a psychological thing."
I remember you saying that your shortness of breath was psychological.
Yep.
Yep.
And I thought, what the fuck? And it was the only time that it made me question, but it was for a half hour.
Yep.
And then I thought, no, fuck, this is bullshit. I'm not going to let that get into my head.
How did it feel when you got accepted onto the transplant list?
Because
let's say I have had no experience with transplants, but everything they did in the 18 months leading up for your transplant really wasn't about you. It was about the donor.
Yes.
And the donor's heart and the incredible gift someone was going to give
yes.
you. They really, if they had have hit a snag in that, they would have said, sorry, Rhys,
you're not getting it.
You're going to die.
Yep.
Did you notice that? Did it start to feel like that? No, you didn't.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was just another, the goalpost was just continually changing.
Yeah, and every time I spoke to you, they changed something you were going for. Cancer screens, skin cancer screens.
Yep. You just get to one
tests,
thing. Yes.
And then you'd say, I'm on the list. And then you ring back and say, no, they've got to do this scan.
Yep.
And they just kept pushing.
Yeah.
And I started thinking.
It was like they were looking for an excuse to say no.
Yeah. Everything was, like I said, everything was about the donor. Not about whether, I guess it was about you because it's a funny one, because it is a funny one. Such an incredible gift.
You need everything to be your way before we can say yes.
Yeah, so 18 months, you get the call to say you're on the list.
Mm-hmm.
So they put you back, they took you off the fucking Eliquis, put you back on warfarin.
Yep.
Reason being for the non-medical people out there is warfarin can be reversed with an injection.
Yep.
So you're now on the transplant list. Mm-hmm. You've got your phone. Don't leave the country. You might get a phone call. We don't know when.
Yes, basically.
How did you, like when you were sitting at home by yourself after that call, were you thinking?
No. It was like.
So again, you didn't fucking think.
No.
Yeah.
I just said, well, the call's going to happen. Yep. So and there was no waiting at home for the call to happen. We just carried on normal. Yep. So, and we used to go and do our shit, for our restaurants or whatever, everything that we were doing,
Turn blue.
Yeah. But see, I didn't see that.
Go on fucking holidays.
I didn't see that. So you guys saw that.
You might be dead this time. Fucking Sharon say, I think you nearly died last time.
The only time I noticed that was post the transplant. When I opened my eyes, I thought, fuck, I feel good.
We're not going there yet. We're getting back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that's the only time that came to light.
You realised how fucking sick you'd felt for so long. Yeah. Mm.
Well, not how. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all looking at you thinking he's fucked. We left that holiday at Scott's Head.
Well, you left that holiday thinking that.
Me, Kez.
I was thinking.
Sharon thought you were fucking dying.
But see, I didn't know that.
I know, because we never said it to you.
No.
Because you were just fucking so positive that it just wasn't.
No.
It didn't enter into.
Well, see, I kept going to work. I kept doing what I was doing.
Yeah. So, you'd left the secret government agency by then.
Yep.
And that's a whole other fucking podcast.
Yep.
When I leave it, eventually we'll fucking do podcasts about the government agency.
Yes. But, I mean, I was turning up for work. I got a...
and I don't know how you did it.
Well, no, everyone says that now. And because I'd turn up to work and I was lifting heavy things and,
I think that just
didn't
fucking
change.
grit and determination got you through it, eh?
No, absolutely. It was just
like you're on Lasix, you're fucking stopping.
Yeah.
You're stopping taking wee in every other fucking 5 minutes.
I know.
Fucking crazy shit.
I know. I'd pick something up and then I'd have to fucking, okay, let's go again.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
So, we're coming up to the end of part 2 for this fucking podcast.
Yep.
You're at home. Mm-hmm. The phone rings.
Yes, the phone rings.
What time? It was really late at night.
No, it was only 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, that's right. It was too. Yeah.
We'd been out for dinner.
Yep.
And it was the end of Sharon's work trimester.
Yeah.
So...
and fucking stay tuned for episode 3 because I know what fucking happens and there's some fucking weird shit fucking takes place, which is really fucking worth hearing. So we're going to pick it up, episode 3, where you get the phone call saying, Rhys, we have a donor heart that matches you. So we'll have a break and we'll be back for
Sounds like
part
a plan.
3. Thanks for listening to episode 2 of the podcast. Come back next week. We'll pick it up with Rhys and Sharon heading to Sydney. We'll hear from Rhys on how his recovery went after a pretty big operation. Come back and have a listen because there's a couple of weird things that happened to him when I was in the hospital after the operation. That's worth listening to. In the meantime, if you don't mind pressing like and subscribe, that'd be great. And I'll speak to you next week.